Hey, what's up guys? The Explanation Pro is here. Today, I'll explain an action fantasy movie, Ghost Rider. Spoilers incoming! The movie begins when the legend of San Vangenza has been in the air for thousands of years. The legend says that the devil of Mephistopheles sent his bounty hunter of the Ghost Rider to claim San Vangenza's contract to control 1,000 lost souls. The Ghost Rider saw that the agreement was so evil and would likely spread evilness on Earth, so he decided to escape and run away with the contract. Johnny Blaze, a 17-year-old boy, is a motorcycle stuntman. Together with his father, Barton Blaze, they would ride their motorcycles and do some cool stunts. With them across the city, Johnny and his father did a stunt at a carnival. Johnny is doing a crazy stunt with his dangerous motorcycle. His father thinks he is doing the crazy stunts to impress his girlfriend Roxanne, but Johnny denies the accusation and tells him it is for his fans. His father lectures him about how all of his actions have consequences and he should make a choice or the choice will make him. Johnny and Roxanne go to a tree where Johnny carves J and R forever. There, Roxanne reveals to Johnny that his father is sending her away to live with her mother. Johnny comes up with an idea to run away with Roxanne the next day. Johnny went home after and saw his father sleeping while holding a pack of cigarettes. Johnny takes a cigarette and throws it in the trash, but he sees a paper there crumpled. He uncrushed it and read that his father had cancer, and it was spreading in his entire body. That night, the devil Mephistopheles and offers to help his dad in exchange for his soul. Johnny agrees and makes a deal with the devil. After signing the deal, Johnny mysteriously wakes up in his bed and thinks it was a dream. When he sees his father alive and as healthy as a horse, he realizes that it was not a dream. Johnny's dad is getting ready for their big stunt, but he sees Johnny still not in his costume. Johnny confesses that he and Roxanne are running away and that he doesn't want to waste his life just being a motorcycle stuntman. Johnny's dad gives Johnny the consent to use Grace, the motorcycle Johnny has wanted to try ever since. Johnny is about to go where he and Roxanne were supposed to meet when he sees the people gathering and looks very shocked. Johnny quickly went to his father and saw him on the ground dead. Johnny hears laughter and sees a shadow figure at the entrance of the tent. He rode off with his motorcycle, but the devil, Mephistopheles, greeted him. Johnny accuses the devil of killing his father. The devil admits to Johnny that he did his part in the deal. He cured his father's cancer, but he wouldn't let his father come between them. The devil tells Johnny that he will need Johnny soon, and that he is his property. Johnny ditches Roxanne in their meeting place. Johnny Blaze is now a grown man. He continues to pursue being a motorcycle stuntman and lives by the motto, "You can't live in fear." Johnny Blaze does a crazy and dangerous stunt where everyone thought he was severely injured only to find out that Johnny is okay and barely has a scratch. His best friend and a crew leader, Mac, believes that an angel is looking after him. Meanwhile, a demon named Blackheart comes to Earth and seeks aid from the hidden fallen angels bonded with the elements of air, earth, and water to find the lost contract of San Vangenza. Mac talks Johnny out of his next stunt where he will be jumping the length of a football field from a field goal to a field goal, and asks what he was trying to prove, but instead of answering Max's question, Johnny asks him if he believes in second chances and that he is only looking for a sign. Blackheart runs into Mephistopheles and tells him that he can stop him from taking the contract of San Vangenza. Mephistopheles tells him that he will send his Ghost Rider to stop him. It is then revealed that Blackheart is Mephistopheles' son when Blackheart calls Mephistopheles father. The day has come for Johnny's most dangerous stunt yet. While entering the arena, he sees all the reporters waiting for him, but one of them catches his eye. He encounters Roxanne, his childhood sweetheart, and asks for an interview with him. Johnny agrees for an interview, but he was just mesmerized to see Roxanne that he didn't answer her questions, but instead, he asks Roxanne things about the past. It is now time for Johnny's big stunt, and surprisingly, he succeeds in it. Right after the stunt, Johnny left with his motorcycle to catch up with Roxanne on the road. Johnny requests to talk with Roxanne and she tells him to meet her at a restaurant in a hotel called the Plaza at 8 o'clock. That night, Johnny was preparing for their date when he saw his hand getting red and hot. He saw Mephistopheles, the devil that told him to find Blackheart and destroy him. If Johnny succeeds in destroying Blackheart, he will return his soul. Johnny disagreed and was planning to leave with his motorcycle, but then the motorcycle won't move. Johnny's motorcycle then proceeds on its own swift, leaving fire on its trails. Johnny transforms into Ghost Rider. His head is now a skull and is covered with fire. The Ghost Rider found Blackheart, and he ordered the hidden fallen angels to destroy Ghost Rider. They failed in destroying him, and Ghost Rider destroyed the hidden angels that is bonded to the element of earth. The Ghost Rider stumbled upon a robbery incident in the street. He told the victims to run away and held the criminal. The Ghost Rider made him look into his eyes. There, the criminal sees all his sins and bad things he did in his life and burns them with him. The following day, Johnny returned to his original self and saw himself in the cemetery. he stumbled across the caretaker of the cemetery, and he told Johnny that what happened last night was in a dream. Johnny is shocked at how the caretaker knows him. The caretakers explained that the Ghost Rider was sent to hunt down anyone who escapes from hell and told him the legend of San Venganza. The caretaker also reveals that the Ghost Rider will possess him at night when he sees a sinful act or a person. The police and investigators tried to figure out what happened last night with the burned road and some people who Blackheart murdered. The investigator thinks it is a sulfur poison caused by a chemical attack, but Roxanne thinks otherwise. She believes it's from a religious nut. On the other hand, Johnny Blake reads in a book that a man can control the possessing spirit through concentration or manipulation of the fire element within the man. So he tried to gain control over it, and he succeeded. He tries to explain to Roxanne why he shouldn't come to the dinner and tells her his situation. Roxanne didn't believe him. The police discover Johnny's motorcycle plate and tires at the crime scene. They arrest Johnny. Johnny keeps insisting that he didn't kill anybody. They lock Johnny in a cell where there are a lot of criminals. The criminal wants to steal his jacket and harm him, but he transforms into Ghost Rider in the middle of the commotion. He kills all the inmates except one who he calls innocent. The Ghost Rider then releases from his cell and calls his motorcycle, hitting the road again. All the police and SWAT went to chase him and stop him. They tried to corner him, but to their surprise, the Ghost Rider went up a building. Roxanne sees the Ghost Rider from his hotel window and remembers Johnny's confession to her. The Ghost Rider is greeted by the hidden angel that is bonded to the element of air. The Ghost Rider destroyed him. The following day, Johnny revisits the caretaker and asks him when all of this stops. The caretaker tells him that this will only stop once he destroys Blackheart. He also warns him to stay away from his family and friends for now, because Blackheart will use anybody to provoke him. Johnny quickly rode off his motorcycle and went to check on Roxanne. Meanwhile, Blackheart discovers that the caretaker knows where the contract of San Venganza is. He beats the caretaker and demands him to tell where the contract is. The caretaker didn't reveal where the contract is to Blackheart. Immediately, when Johnny arrives at Roxanne's place, he asks Roxanne's cameraman where she is and discovers that Roxanne is trying to look for him. As a result, Johnny goes to his place and finds Mac dead and Roxanne on the ground catching her breath. Consequently, Johnny and Blackheart fight, and Blackheart tells Johnny that he works for him now and he should bring him the contract of San Venganza in exchange for Roxanne. Johnny goes to the caretaker and asks where the contract is, but Blackheart is Roxanne. The caretaker slams his shovel into the tree that broke the shovel, revealing the contract inside. The caretaker urges Johnny to go to San Venganza. The caretaker tells him that he will come too and calls out to his horse, transforming into a Ghost Rider to Johnny's surprise. Shockingly, the caretaker was Carter Slade, the Ghost Rider who stole the contract and ran with it. Together, Johnny and Carter went to San Venganza. Carter reveals that he's been trying to make up for his mistakes and makes things right. Carter leaves and Johnny goes for Blackheart. Blackheart orders the last hidden angel to slow down Johnny to reach sunrise and not be able to transform as Ghost Rider. The angels pull Johnny underwater, trying to drown him. Johnny counters by transforming into Ghost Rider and superheating the water. However, because of the heat, the angel evaporated. Meanwhile, Johnny demands Blackheart to let Roxanne go first before he gives him the contract. Blackheart releases Roxanne and Johnny steps closer to hand over the contract, but he punches Blackheart right in his face when Blackheart is holding it. Johnny transforms back into himself, and Blackheart gets a hold of the contract and releases the 1,000 lost souls of San Venganza. The spirits possess Blackheart, and he now becomes Legion. Johnny grabs the shotgun of Carter and infuses it with his Ghost Rider powers, turning it into a Hellfire weapon. Johnny shoots Legion with a gun, holding it in the shadows to allow him to enhance it with his power. Johnny then realizes that Legion now has a soul, making the demon vulnerable to his weapon. Johnny uses his penance stare that can show all the lost souls sin and burns them. To enumerate, Legion screams in pain as the sins of the spirit show up in his eyes. Finally, Mephistopheles appears and declares the contract is complete. He offers to return Johnny's soul and take back the Ghost Rider spirit. To Mephistopheles' surprise, Johnny declines, declaring that he will use his power against the devil and against all harm that comes to the innocent. The devil swears to make Johnny pay and disappears with the body of Blackheart. In other words, Johnny wins the battle. The movie ends when Roxanne tries to talk to Johnny about leaving, but Johnny is determined to ride away on his motorcycle, getting ready as Ghost Rider. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. See you in the next video.